Hi everyone. Getting a lot of queries from the student about how they should plan a typical day in this preparation for the NEET 2021. Some of you are having problem that a morning class should be there. Some of you have a problem that a evening class should be there. So through this video, I would like to tell you that what should be an ideal day for a student who is aiming for NEET 2021 at this time. So please remember that this video is specifically being recorded to address the need of the students who are preparing for NEET 2021. Okay, it is not for a foundation batch student, it is not for any other thing, it is specifically for those students who are preparing for NEET 2021. So I will try to take you through that if you are associated with us at the DBMCI live, that what should be the ideal day, and I will also try to talk that if you are using eGurukul platform, then what should be the ideal day. If you want to use it for some of your own platform, you can also use it. Okay, so now let us go to the session and let us try to write them down. Okay, those who have their own plan, please stick to your own old plans, but if you have a confusion, that follow this and I'm sure that it will be very useful for you. So if I see a typical day, we have 24 hours. No matter from where you are, you will always have 24 hours in a day. We need at least 6 to 7 hours of the sleep. Okay, now this is the ideal time that I suggest. Do not reduce it to less than 6 hours, do not increase it to more than 7 hours. So we need approximately 6 to 7 hours of the sleep. Approximately 2 hours I want to keep for our essential activities, which include taking bath, doing some essential activities, having food, and these are the 2 hours that I want to consider. 1 hour that I want to consider every day for our entertainment related activities. That is your liberal time that you want to do whatever that you want to do. It should not be more than 1 hour. Okay. Then this 1 hour I am taking at miscellaneous. Okay, I'm writing it over here. Now this 1 hour is miscellaneous. If you're considering 6 hours of the sleep, if you're considering 7 hours of the sleep, then this 1 hour is not be there. So 2 hours is essential activities, 6 to 7 hours is sleep, 1 hour is entertainment, and 1 hour is miscellaneous. Okay, if I add on to this become 10 hours. Okay, 10 hours. Now these are gone from your time. Now you have got 14 hours, and this is the time that you have to utilize in your study. Now on a typical DBMCI live teaching day, you will be having a 6 to 7 hour of a class. Okay, so usually the timing of the class is from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. but I will consider half an hour plus minus onto the other side, so that will become effectively a 7 hour. Okay, and then consider one more extra hour, so consider 8 hour, which include your time wastage, which include your doubt solving, and which include the other thing. And then you have got 6 hours for your self study. Okay, so I'm basically giving you a very liberal schedule, a very liberal schedule, and if you're gonna follow this, now this will be very useful for you. So now let us see how to divide these on these time. A typical class starts from 3 p.m. but I am going to consider it as from the 2 p.m. because after 2 p.m. we will not be able to do anything. So we'll starting the day from 2 p.m. and I'll complete the circle and we'll come to this particular time. So consider from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. is your class timing. So your class timings are 3 to 9, but it might be half an hour on this side, half an hour on this side, and the half an hour and half an hour on the other side you will take for the stabilization. So I'm considering 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. is your time with the class. Okay, half an hour, 9:30 is the upper limit for the class. Half an hour I am giving you for the freshen up. That could be your entertainment time and that could be the other time also. And then after that, now I want you to spend 3 hours for study at this time. In this 3 hour, I want you to revise your notes. Revise the notes that you have made during the class. Try to divide the information from the conceptual information to the factual information that you can be useful for you during your revision time. Okay, try to see that what are the things that you have not understood. If you have not understood something, you can put it onto the group so that you can ask that from the faculty. Okay, then depend, some people are morning reader, some people are night reader. If you want to sleep early, so this is 1 a.m. and you can sleep at 1 a.m. and then you can get up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. depending on the time, and then you can sit down, let again depending on how do you want to do, but from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I want to take out at least 3 more hours for your reading. Okay, this is a very liberal schedule that I am giving you. I have a lot of more time that you can use. So from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. you have got 5 hours. You can choose it the way that you want and use this time to do MCQs. Okay, now do the MCQs and try to identify, try to do the MCQs from the topics that you have covered in that particular day. Do those MCQs and see where are you going wrong. Try to add it onto your notes. If you are revising your notes in the evening and do the MCQs for the 3 hours in the morning, virtually you are not creating any backlog and you are going parallel with us. As we are completing the course with you by the month of September, you will have ample time for the revision. Now this schedule will be there for 5 to 6 days in a week. Okay, so that 1 day extra that you have for that particular subject will be for thorough revision of that particular subject. It is also to accumulate anything extra that you want to read. Now try to follow this schedule and I am telling you that you will already go way above in comparison to any other person. Okay, now this is what you are supposed to do in a particular day. Okay, now let us come what you are not supposed to do. So this was the do's. Now let us see what are the don'ts. A very important don't in this time is please do not read, please do not read two subjects in a day. Do not read two subjects in a day. I am telling you friends, this will be a disaster for majority of the students. Okay, now if somebody asks me for everybody, I'm gonna say no, it is not for everybody. There are 5% of the students who have done their homework very well. They were very thorough during their MBBS. They have read everything very well. They know everything in and out about the MBBS standard textbooks. Okay, now these people do not need us. They are already through in their exam. Why they need us is only for certain guidance and a proper schedule. That is all. That is the only reason that they need us. But 95% of the people are like us who were not very hardworking, or probably I will not say hardworking, I will say that they have not read the subject in at much depth that was that the rest of the 5% people have done. So their basics are not very strong. They have not read the subject in much detail. If they will read two subjects together, what they will do is they will create a blunder. They will totally create a blunder. This will be might be a good strategy for those students who have already done their homework well. They appeared for the NEET exam 1, they have scored a 4,000 5,000 rank, and now they are aiming to get it back better into the top 100. They can do this particular theory, but not those students who are struggling with the completion of the course. Okay, this act is actually a component of revision. This is not a component of your primary reading. What we are doing right now is a primary reading. So please, my request to the majority of the student is do not try to read two subjects in a day. Okay, one. Second, don't. Do not spend your time in watching news related to corona. Please do not. I will say rather it's better to watch a 1 hour or 45-minute episode on the Netflix, but please do not spend your time watching the news. I am not supposed to give any exam, but I can tell you that in last 1.5 month I have not watched TV for even 2 hours. The only time when I watch TV in the last week, if somebody asks me, is the Prime Minister's speech, Prime Minister's address to the nation 2 days back. Otherwise, I have not watched any news channel in the last 1.5 months, because that gives you negativity. That gives you negativity. Please try to surround yourself with positivity. I am telling you, everything will become positive. Stop complaining. Everybody is trying to make best for you. Stop complaining. Keep trusting us. And I'm telling you, you can't even imagine that what is the kind of content that we all have prepared for you. Trust us. If you will trust us, everything will become positive around you. The easiest thing that anybody can do is crib and complain. We are concerned about you. I can tell you that every second the only and the only thing that moves around in my brain is you people, that how can I take care of you, how can I provide you a content in a form that is most useful for you in this stressful environment. So guys, please trust us. If you have not made your schedule, try to use this schedule. This will be very useful for you in your preparation. And if you have any problem, I am always available. Feel free to talk to me, feel free to message me. And how to remain positive in this corona crisis, wait for the next MOM, and I will be soon making an MOM is how can you remain positive in this negative environment. Okay, take care and all the best.